YouTube. What's up, baby? We back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie. And today, we're going to be talking about a movie called Barbarian. All right. This is a movie that was released 2022. Not too long ago. Not too long ago at all. Didn't know anything about this movie at all. But once I saw the trailer, I was like, yo, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this movie review is going to be on Barbarian. Alright, now if you've been to the channel before, you already know how we do it. We started off with the premise, 3 favorite scenes, the grade, and then we on to the next one, right? So again, Barbarian. Now this is a horror mystery movie, like I said, that was released not too long ago. As a matter of fact, you can watch it right now on HBO Max if you have a subscription. Or I'm pretty sure it's available to just buy like on VOD. So you have in this movie a character named Tess, and she ends up going to this Airbnb, and it's kind of in this town where it's like in the middle of nowhere type stuff, right? Now when she arrives to this neighborhood, it's dark, so you can't see the neighborhood and how it looks, right? You just kind of see her focused on the house that she's going to go into. So anyways, she ends up going to this house. She rented this Airbnb. She goes to this house. She puts in the code to unlock this little, like, I guess you want to say like safe for the key, right? And when she opens it up, the key's already gone. So that means that somebody's already in the house. So she knocks on the door. And there's this character, I forgot his name, I'm sorry, but it's played by Bill Skarsgård. All right. Now, he ends up telling her that he also rented this Airbnb and that he's supposed to be here like at this time, this day, you know what I'm saying? So maybe there was maybe there was some confusion. She looks up on her end and she checked the same house out on the same day. So, her ride that she got dropped off in is gone. It's late at night, it's raining, and so Bill Skarsgård, the character, tells her, hey, you know what? You rented this place, I rented this place. Obviously, there was some type of mix-up. Why don't you come in, stay for the night, then do what you do tomorrow? And matter of fact, I'll even make you as comfortable as you can be. You can take the room, I'll sleep out on the couch. And at first, Tess is like, iffy about the situation and everything like that. But then eventually she realizes that, she kind of doesn't have a choice, and so she goes into the house. Her and Bill Skarsgård's character end up getting to know each other a little bit more, and it seemed like in the beginning that it was just so awkward and like they weren't gonna really vibe together. The first night, after she took a shower and everything like that, they ended up talking. They ended up finding out they have a lot of things in common. And so they really hit it off. So the next morning, she gets up and Bill Skarsgård character is gone. So she goes into town for an interview, and since it's the next day, we see how this neighborhood is that she was at this Airbnb. The neighborhood is just like crazy. Like it's just like real. It looks like there ain't been nobody there in years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. And then that house that they rent out, that's the only house that's like upkept. You know what I'm saying? All the other houses are just like dirty and just it's crazy. Anyway, she goes for the interview. She does well on the interview, and she pretty much like gets the job. So the person that interviews her asked her, like, hey, where are you staying at? You know what I'm saying? If you don't mind me asking it. And so Tess ends up telling the lady, and she's like, oh, are you serious? You're staying over there? Like, you must be joking, da-da-da-da. And then Tess is like, no, I'm staying over there, da-da-da-da. It's a mix-up, but I'm actually there with somebody else as well. And so the lady is like, oh, okay, go ahead and do your thing, but I would get out of here, you know what I'm saying, if I was you type stuff, right? So Tess goes back to the Airbnb to figure things out, get her stuff, you know what I'm saying, whatever, right? Even also tell Bill Skarsgård character that she got the job, right? But when she goes there, he's not there. So what ends up happening is certain things happen. Cause I don't want to spoil everything, but certain, because this is one of those movies where you really want to just go watch it without knowing too much. But certain events end up happening. She ends up going downstairs into the basement. She gets locked into the basement. She searches around for a while in there and finds this rope that is goes into this wall. So she pulls the rope and then this door opens up. So it's like a secret, door per se, right? And so she doesn't want to go inside there. And so what she ends up doing is, eventually what happens is Bill Skarsgård's character does come back home to the Airbnb, right? She's in the basement, but there's a window, so she gets his attention, and he helps her to get out. But she's so scared at this point because when she was in the basement, she finds this room and there's like, a bed there. There's a bucket at the end of the bed. There's like a camera there. There's like a handprint with blood that's been, dried up. Has been there for how many years? We don't know. But obviously she can tell like there was some type of sick things going on in his house, right? So she's ready to get out. Bill Skarsgård's character tells her, "Hey, look, everything you're telling me is fine, but it sounds weird. I need to go check out everything before we leave." And she's like, "Look, like if you go down there, I'm not staying." Blah, blah, blah. He's like, "Look, just stay. We'll both leave after this. Let me just go check it out." He goes check it out. He doesn't come back for a while. So she's like, "All right, let me go ahead and see if he's okay." She goes down there. She ends up hearing him asking for help. She traverses further into like this, kind of like what you want to say, like an underground to the house. And she ends up finding him. And then we end up seeing that there is this, I wouldn't say she's like super old, but it's a lady that's deformed. All right. And she's naked and she's strong. So this lady comes out and she kills Bill Skarsgård's character and then takes Tess somewhere, but we don't know, because right when that happens, it cuts to another part of the movie in which we're introduced to AJ Gilbride, which is played by Justin Long. All right, so we find out that Justin Long is a actor, and we end up finding out that he runs into a problem. All right, now there was some situation that he was accused of doing, where in which in the end we do find out that he did do so. So because of this situation occurring, it is going to taint his image as an actor. And so basically his representatives give him a call, let him know that this lady is accusing you of something, whether it's true or not, we have to let you go. And, it's probably best for you to chill out somewhere. He goes to his representative for his money, like, that tells him like, what are smart decisions to make with the money that he has. And the dude basically says like, you don't have that much money, you know what I'm saying? You have some money, but if you keep spending the money the way that you're spending, you're going to run out really quickly. I would suggest that you lay low, sell some stuff, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to do, but do that. That's the only way it's really going to work. And then also the dude tells him like, look, I'm going to give you back all your information, stuff like that, because I'm not going to work for you anymore either. He's like, oh my God, bro. So everything's falling apart on him, right? He ends up having a property, and this property that he owns is the Airbnb that Tess and Bill Skarsgård character were staying at. So he figures that he's going to go there and, just lay low for a while. So he ends up going to the house. He ends up seeing that, this place must be rented out, but he wasn't sure if it was rented out or not because he didn't get a notification about it. He ends up seeing in the house that there's bags and stuff like that. So obviously, there's some people there, and that's Tess's bags and belongings, and that's Bill Skarsgård's bags and belongings. So he calls the lady that he hired to basically run the Airbnb for him. And she tells him, look, there should be nobody there, da 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 da. And he's like, well, there's stuff here, so obviously there is somebody here. Anyways, he ends up going down to the basement eventually, seeing the rope that's goes into the wall, pulling it, finding out that there's this long corridor underneath his house. And he's like, you know what, this is a big thing, because when I rent this out now, I can put that this thing has way more square mileage, because it's underground as well. So he goes to kind of traverse like the whole underground area, see like how much space it is, right? And when he goes down there, he ends up finding Tess, right? And she's locked up in this cage, and he ends up basically joining her as well, because the deformed old lady, ends up capturing him. So this lady, for some reason, not even for some reason, she thinks that whoever she captures, she wants to be their mother. All right? She's fascinated about being a mother and fascinated about having a baby to take care of. So she's taking care of Tess like a baby. Like she's feeding her from, like a baby. Justin Long character is there as well. AJ. She tries to feed him. He doesn't like it. Whatever. They end up getting into a situation. And Tess ends up telling him, like, look, like, just do what she says, or else, things are going to get ugly. But he doesn't want to do it. So the old lady takes AJ out of the pit and tries to feed him from the breast. Because at first she's trying to feed Tess and AJ from his bottle. So since he wasn't eating like that, she took him to she took him to her room and started trying to feed her, the other way, right? Or feed AJ the other way, right? And he's like, oh, Tess ends up getting out, and ends up helping AJ. And so basically, we end up finding out that this monsters girl was basically birthed by this old guy, right? So they show another part of the movie as well. It shows this guy buying supplies, and then it shows him go back to his house. And so we come to find out that this guy kidnapped women, assaulted the woman, and had babies with the women, and had babies with those babies. Like that. And so what ended up happening was the lady that we see is his kid. But it's deformed because the blood is so close. Because he kept on making babies with his babies. So anyways, we end up finding out this guy is still alive. AJ runs into him for a second. And eventually the guy ends up killing himself. AJ takes the gun. Him and Tess are trying to get out of this underground place, because I think the underground, like, chamber per se, if you will, I think it runs around all the houses in the neighborhood. That's what I think. But anyways, they get outside. They end up finding this homeless guy, because earlier this homeless guy told Tess, like, get out of that house, like, you don't know what you're doing, this place is a bad place to be, da da da. She didn't want to heed his word. So anyways, the dude told Tess, like, hey, if you ever need to find somewhere where it's going to be safe, come to me at this, like, water tower or something like that. So Tess tells AJ, like, hey, we got to go to this water tower. There's a guy there. He says that it's a safe haven. So we're going to go there. So they go there. They talk to the guy for a second. Everything is good. He explains to them about, what I just said about this old guy having babies with his babies and whatever else. And that this old lady is his kid, but deformed because of the blood being so close, right? So anyways, the old lady comes where he said that she wouldn't come, which is where this guy's staying at. She comes in there. She kills the homeless guy. AJ and Tess are running, but Tess can't move too fast because she's been shot by AJ on by accident though. Long story short, they get to this point where they're at the top of the water tower. Um, the old lady's coming up there as well, and there's nothing they can do. So AJ throws Tess off of this water tower, expecting the old deformed lady to try to jump and catch her, try to jump and catch Tess because she feels like that's her baby. So AJ throws Tess off the water tower, and the old lady does jump after Tess, grabs her, and breaks her fall. And so Tess is still alive, and even the old lady is still alive for a second, bro. Actually, she's like knocked out for a second. So AJ goes up to Tess, is like, "I'm sorry for doing this. I didn't mean to do this." The old lady wakes up, bro, sticks her fingers in his eyes and splits his skull open, bro. Then goes to Tess and is like, "Oh, baby, 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 baby," and and bro, like, Shorty shot the old lady in the head. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's to be expected. You know what I'm saying? And then that was the end of the movie. That was the end of the movie, man. So that's basically the premise. Three of my favorite scenes for this, I would say, would be, and these may be out of order and spoilerish as well. But three of my favorite scenes would be Bill Skarsgård's death when the old lady came and just beat his head into the side of the wall. Wow, 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 wow. I was like, God, bruh. Whew. But anyways, Bill Skarsgård's death. I would also say, the scene where AJ dies as well, because bro, she split his skull in half. She stuck her thumbs in each of his eye sockets and said, "Ha!" and just split them. I was like, yo, this is strong. Like, but and it's also reminiscent to the fact that, you know, because Justin Long is on Jeepers Creepers 1, and in that movie he got his eyes removed. This movie he got his eyes pushed in. So I thought that was pretty cool. But anyways, Bill Skarsgård's death, and I'm sorry I don't remember his name on the movie. AJ's death, which is Justin Long. And I think my third favorite scene would just basically be, you know, when Tess shot the old lady, and just the moments before she did shoot her, because it was like, you know, this deformed lady doesn't know any better. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't know life the way we know life. And she's deformed. She's not right in the head. She's not stable in the head. And she really did look at Tess as a baby. That's why she killed AJ, which is why she jumped off that water tower and jumped and tried to save her, and did save her. You know, and it was just kind of sad that she was like, "Baby, baby, you okay?" or whatever. And she kept trying to pick Tess up, but Tess was like, because she got shot. And she would like stop, and then she like, "Baby, baby." And then Tess was just like, blah. I was like, God, bruh. But yeah, that'll be three of my favorite scenes. The grade for this, I thought this was a pretty cool movie, man. It wasn't the best movie, but I thought it was a pretty cool movie. Like I said, this is probably best if you don't know any spoilers. You can watch the trailer, because even the first trailer didn't really explain anything. You're like, what's going on? But don't watch any spoilers before you see the movie. But I really did enjoy this movie. Like, I thought it was really cool. Different, you know what I'm saying? And in certain ways different, you know what I'm saying? But I thought it was really cool. The grade for this, I'm gonna give it thought it was good. I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. I thought it was really good. I thought it was really good, man. So 8 out of 10 for me. If you guys saw this movie, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. What were some of your favorite scenes? Did you guys enjoy the movie? Did you guys hate the movie? Did you think it was an original idea, or do you think it was like just something that we've seen over and over and over again? Let me know about that in the comments down below. All right. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I'm Callie. Until next time.